I'm going to be sharing with you some top secret things. As I have been in the grant field for a couple years now, being on the side of writing the grants and helping reward the grants, I know some things and some reasons why you probably haven't got approved for a grant yet, and I'm going to be sharing it with you today. Hello everyone, my name is Mariah. I am a fellow small business owner, and on this channel I like to share with you business tips, give you guys business advice, and new grant opportunities. If that interests you, make sure you subscribe to my channel to stay up to date with all of my new content. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you 10 reasons why you probably haven't got approved for a grant yet. Number 1, you don't have an EIN. There is plenty of small businesses being created each and every day. With that being said, there are a ton of grant opportunities that come out for different industries, different business types, and you need an EIN for your business. It's no way around it. Your EIN is going to be your social security number for your business. Yes, you can get an EIN number for free. All you'll have to do is go to your search bar and type in EIN, irs.gov. And I also have a video on how you can do it step by step. It is a super simple process. A lot of people, once they start a business, they think, okay, I can just get the things I want or start selling the services that I want to provide to people, but they're not registering their business properly. So once they get to the point where they say they want to grow without getting loans, they want to go after grants, they're not registered. So typically when you are applying for grants, they're going to ask you for an EIN. They're going to look at start date. Now, if you don't register your business right off the bat and then you wind up registering it later on, most of the time, a lot of those grant organizations are going to look at when you register your business and not compare it to when you actually started your business. So let's say you went 3 years running your business, now you want to register it. That can be a messy situation. So once you start a business, go ahead and get your EIN. Now you do have to file a BOI, but that is super simple to do. I also have a video on how to do that step by step. Next, and this is a big one, you don't have a working website. I know there are some people who think they can get away with just creating a website, throwing a picture on there, and then you have your domain. You need a working website. There's no way around it. In today's world, the internet is very important. It shows that you're at least trying to reach a mass of people, whether it's locally, nationwide, or worldwide. Having a website for your business just makes it look like you are really trying to grow your business. That is going to be a plus when applying for grants. Now hear me out. On some grant applications, you might run across where it says website is optional. When questions are optional, you feel like they might be important, just make sure you have it. No matter what grant you apply for, I would say create a website, because that already shows that you're putting in a lot more effort when it comes to growing your business than your other competition or other new small businesses. I have came across a lot of clients who do not have websites. It's really not hard to take care of a website, because once you hire a website designer, all you have to do is pay for your monthly hosting fee. The grant reviewer is going to search up your website and they're going to try to find more information about your business. So please get a website. If you don't have a website, we do offer that service. Next, you don't have a URL or a domain that is easily searchable. If you are creating your website, of course you want to get a domain that has your business name and that's it. But there are going to be options for free domains with whatever platform you choose to host your website on. Don't use those. I highly recommend that you go ahead and purchase your personal domain with your business name so it's easily searchable. So let me give you an example. Let's say you have a business, we'll just make up one, charityforall.wix.com. That is not an easily searchable domain or URL. You should just have www.charityforall.com or .org. That is going to be much easier for people to find. Not every time is grant reviewers going to copy and paste your URL directly from your application. They might just type it in. And if they can't find it and it's required, you're automatically disqualified, unfortunately. It might cost you $10 to $15 a year to have your domain, but it's better that you're prepared and you have that than you don't. Okay? Next, you need a social media. At least one. And I tell all my clients this. You should have one social media for your business. And we're not talking about social media where you just create it and there's no posts. You should have a social media where people are following you, you're following people back, people are subscribing to you, you're making posts. When you create a fresh new social media, I recommend posting at least once a week. It shows you're putting in some effort because grant reviewers are going to look at your social media to find out more information on your business. So whichever social media platform you feel like benefits your business, create it. Next, you can't specify your funding needs. I have talked about this numerous times, and I will continue to talk about this. You need to have a specific, real reason why you need the grant funding. And the need has to be realistic, and it has to be attainable, and it should benefit mostly your customers and your business and not yourself. Here is some tips on how to narrow down your needs. So you're going to create a list outlining every single project or need that you're wanting to get done in your business that of course costs money. You are going to list it from 1 to 5, 1 to 10. 1 should be your most important need. Now, when you're answering the question in a grant application about what do you need the funding for, you're going to take that one major need and break it down into multiple parts. So let's say you're applying for a grant that's $1,000 and your charity for all needs this $1,000 to help 10 families get groceries for the holidays or something. That is a realistic need that you can accomplish with that $1,000 because of course 10 families you can give out $100 per family. So in that essay you're going to be outlining, I would like to receive this $1,000 funding for my nonprofit, we'll say for a charity, to help out 10 families receive $100 to feed their families during the holiday season. So you're specifying exactly what you need the funding for. Next, you are applying for grants you don't qualify for. I have came across a lot of people who say, I have applied for so many grants and I can't get approved for any grants. And I ask them, what type of business do you have and what type of grants are you applying for? They'll reply, I'm applying for every single grant that I see. Don't do this. You are wasting your time. You need to check out the requirements, FAQ pages, and even sometimes the terms of service pages so you can see if the grant actually aligns with what you're trying to get funding for. Let's say you're in the grocery industry and there's a grant for small business owners. Of course, you're going to think, okay, I applied for it. I'm in the grocery industry. I'm a small business owner. But then you just apply for it. Here, nothing. Crickets. Nothing back. If you go to requirements and it states, this is specifically for the beauty industry. You don't qualify for that grant because you're in the grocery industry. So please make sure you read the requirements, FAQ pages, and sometimes terms of service because you just don't want to be applying for any and everything and wasting your time just thinking, oh, the luck of the grants gods, I'm going to get this grant. No, you're not, because you don't even qualify for the grant because they know that you're just applying just to be applying and you did not do your research. Please do not do this. Make sure you research before applying for grants. Next, you are not proofreading before you submit your application. I know we're in a rush to try to get as many applications out there as possible. We're writing, and it feels like it's never ending. Trust me, I understand. Sometimes we need to stop and proofread our essays. Get others to read our essays as well, because if we keep rereading something ourselves, we are going to be bound to make the errors look correct in our eyes. So you can have somebody else proofread your essays. You could also use Google Docs to help you make sure your spelling is correct. Sometimes I'll go ahead, type up the essay, post it into Google Docs, and then it will show me if I have any errors in my essay, and then it will help me correct them before I copy it back and place it back into the initial application before submitting. You're a professional, you're a business owner, you should have all your stuff looking good before you submit, okay? So like I said, I have been on the back end of rewarding grants. And grant reviewers really don't like errors because they're just gonna be like, did you even try? Did you try? Okay, so please proofread or get others to proofread your essays before submitting them. You don't want to have any grammatical errors. Next, you're skipping parts of the application. Sometimes it's okay if there's something that's duplicated in the application. So sometimes you'll have an application that says submit a business plan in a PDF or submit a URL to your business plan or pitch deck, optional. Some optional things I would not skip, like a website or social media. I just wouldn't skip those things, because whatever you don't have, another business owner will have. And I can't stress this enough. It's like a little saying I keep now, and I tell others, tell all my clients, whatever you don't have, trust and believe another business owner will have, and they are going to get the upper hand on getting rewarded a grant. So please, don't skip out on any of the things in the application. Try your hardest to get whatever they're asking for before submitting, because that is just going to prove that you're trying and you're putting in work to secure some funding for your business. Next, you're not reading instructions. Now, this is different from reading requirements, FAQs, terms of service pages. Sometimes in grant applications, it can get a little tricky. And if you don't read the actual instructions on the application, you might miss out on parts that you will need to submit. Like they'll say, fill out the complete application, but the next step is follow us on social media, send us a pitch video to this email address separately. It can be different instructions within the application that you miss on by just hurrying up and filling out the application, okay? We check everything. I tell my clients to check everything. Even in the application, that short little summary at the top, read it before you apply, because you might miss out on some crucial steps that will hinder you from receiving that grant funding. This last tip I want to leave you with is you're not connecting with the grant reader. There is a saying out there in the grant world: don't write like you're a robot. Write like you're writing a story. Write like you're talking to a family member or a friend. You want somebody interested in your proposal. So write like you're writing a book. Write like you're talking to somebody right in front of you. You don't want to be talking like, hello, we are da 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 corporation. We are official. I'm just making up stuff. I'm just going to throw something together. We are officially needing this $10,000 immaculate grant funding for our astronomical business, so we can spread brand awareness to all of our clientele nationwide, country to country. Boring, okay? Grant reviewers do not want to feel like they're reading a script. They want it to feel authentic. Example: hello, my name is Sarah. I am the owner of Charities for All. We are seeking this $10,000 funding to help individuals in our local community with groceries for the holiday. I know that's short, but you feel the difference. It feels more authentic. It feels like this person is passionate about what they're trying to achieve by receiving the funding. So please, don't sound corporate, sound more authentic. Don't always use big words. It's okay to use big words, but just don't overdo it. We know you're smart. They know you're smart, but it looks even better when it just sounds authentic. All right, so those are going to be the 10 reasons why you probably haven't got approved for a grant yet. Please take some time to review this video, write everything down, and use these tips when applying for your next grant applications, okay? As always, if you are needing help with finding and applying for grants or just business help in general, make sure you schedule with me on my website right here. If you have any questions or concerns, make sure you comment them down below. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you give me a like, and for more, make sure you subscribe.